Hey, it's Coach Rector again from Centennial High School, thecougarnation.com, coming to you with this week's edition of the Game Preview Show. It's week 4 in the season. This is the 5th game for a lot of teams, including our upcoming opponent, Independence High School. They did play a week 0 game. We did not, so this is our 4th, their 5th. This game will be at their place. I want to make sure that we understand that this game is at 7:30 and not 7. On the schedule it says 7, but Independence changed the time on us sometime late after we had already printed everything, so I just want everyone to know it is a 7:30 game. The Independence Eagles, they're a very tough team. They come in at 2-2. They have wins over Page and Lincoln County and losses to Brentwood and Blackman. So their losses are to very good programs, very good teams. So do not let the records fool you by any stretch of the imagination. Independence is a very good football team. They have a strong list of athletes on their squad, some seniors, some juniors, some outside guys, some a little bit more inside guys, but they have a very good list of athletes on their team. Number 3, number 1, number 5, number 27, number 8, number 39. There's several out there, and excuse me if I missed anybody. I'm sure I did. Independence does a lot of things offensively against you to kind of mess you up. There are a lot of different personnel packages, a lot of different formations, in several different plays. They'll toss sweep, they'll veer, they'll triple option, they'll zone. They will also do a form of a power, and of course they have screens. They execute screens very well, and then obviously have their passing game. You'll probably see 2 quarterbacks for the Independence Eagles. Number 3, who is a phenomenal athlete and has scored maybe half a dozen times already on punt and kickoff returns. And number 6, who's more of a pocket passer type of guy. So there's a lot. They make you prepare for a lot. There's no question about that. Coach Dyson does a great job over at Independence. His defensive coordinator does a great job. And so it's going to be a very, very, very tough game. We're going to need to play very well in order to win. Before I get to the major points of the game, though, I want to turn it over to our offensive line coach and associate head coach, Tom Shuman, to give us his take on the Independence defense. Coach Shuman?
They're pretty similar on defense as that they are on offense, in that they're going to give you a lot of different looks and give you a lot of different fronts. They're going to be in bear, they're going to be over, they're going to run version of our defense. They're going to run a lot of stack and blitz you from a lot of angles and zone blitz you, so they're going to give us a lot of looks. That's the bad news. The good news is they personnel you up on offense just like they like to give you a lot of different personnel groups on defense. So if we put 2 tight ends in the game, we're pretty confident that we're going to get this look. And if we have no tight ends in the game and 1 back in the game, then we're going to get a different look. But they are going to give you a lot of blitz, and they're going to bring some stunts at you and some things of that nature. And they're going to do some different things in the back end back there in the secondary too. So we've got to be ready for a lot of different looks. And I mean, thankfully we feel like we have the ability to do that because our offensive line has a little bit of experience now. We've got several guys back from last year, so we're able to make some different calls up front to kind of combat the zone blitzes and the things that they did to really hurt us last year. One of the things I did getting ready for this game was watch our game from last year because, while people have the tendency to change from week to week and from game to game, they don't have that much of a tendency to change from year to year. You get different personnel and things like that, but your philosophies pretty much stay the same. Your zone package, your blitz packages pretty much stay the same and all that other stuff. So, I think last year we were kind of inexperienced up front. We had an inexperienced quarterback, and they were able to take advantage of us and make us make a lot of bad plays on offense last year. They had a pick 6 on the screen that we tried to run out there, and our young tackle just didn't see the guy coming off the edge, and we cut the wrong guy, and they were able to deflect it up into the air and intercept it and run it back for a touchdown. Ultimately, that blocked field goal ended up being the difference in the game last year. This year, I don't think we're going to make those bad plays. We were able to run the ball on them a little bit last year. We made some plays in the passing game, but we made enough bad plays to cost us the game. And I'm pretty confident that our quarterback and the guys up front this year are going to make the same kind of mistakes that they made last year. So I look forward to to getting down there and playing a league game against a quality opponent, against a 6A team that obviously has a great coaching staff and a lot of good athletes. Number 41 is their best guy with a hand on the ground. I want to see how our guy Benny Johnson can block him. That's been kind of exciting to watch those matchups between our best down linemen and their best guys this year, and I think it'll be a good matchup. So I'm looking forward to getting down there and coaching against them, and I think it'll be a great game.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. Some good insight there. There's a lot riding on this game, to be honest with you. It is everybody's second league game. We're 1-0 in the league, and in order to stay in the hunt for some sort of league championship, we pretty much need to win this one. Brentwood is 1-0. We're 1-0 in the league as well. And I believe Hillsboro's 1-0. Coach, I might be wrong on that, but I believe Hillsboro's 1-0 as well. So in a race, league like ours, in a race like this, it's very important that these league games you come out on top. So it's going to be a dogfight. So the major keys overall to winning. You'll hear me say it every week. Most likely, we've got to take care of the ball. We had 2 interceptions last week. And we need to have a game where we have 0 turnovers, and I think that's the next phase that we need to work on in order to get to where we need to be. So we need to take care of the ball. We've got to really physically get after them and hit, and then secure the tackles. They have such good athletes that you look at film, they are bouncing off tackles left and right. So we've got to hit and secure the tackle as much as humanly possible. We need to be very, very good, solid on special teams so that we don't, give them freebies. They've got a ton of points off special teams, if not directly from the special team itself, at least setting it up. And then we've got to play with composure. In a game like this, against a team like this, sometimes, you as we're 13 to 18-year-olds that we're dealing with here, and sometimes keeping composure is not an easy thing to do. So we will have to preach all week long. You better play hard, but with composure, and we feel like if we can do that, we'll come out on top. And also, as normal and as always, we want to really focus on the fundamentals and never forget to have fun, because it is a game. It's an exciting game, and there's a lot of excitement that's going to be with this. So we want our kids to play with controlled emotion and lots and tons of composure, but obviously with full effort. So hopefully we'll be back here another week from now, the September 17th edition, with some good news. Thanks again for joining us on thecougارnation.com, and come out and support us this Friday at Independence. Thanks a bunch.